this weird back and forth when it comes to social media and the internet, because on the one hand, a lot of it's very negative, but then every now and then you'll find like these jewels. So this morning I couldn't sleep. I'm sitting there taking a shower and I'm watching a video, and it's this Vox video on coffee. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what people think about this. So I started looking through the comments, and then somebody talked about Michael Pollan has a new book called Caffeine. So I'm in bed, and then I look up the book. Turns out it's an audio book that's only on Amazon. But I wouldn't have known that he made this book unless I delved into the comments of a YouTube video. And this type of discovery for me is really common, actually, especially with Twitter. Twitter is the best for discovering interesting articles, videos, movies, whatever, but it is the worst for actual discourse and feeling good about humanity, because you'll also see so much bad news and so many idiots. I mean, it's easy to avoid the idiots, but all the bad news is just like overwhelming. But it's just, I really want to have that discovery and see new things, but I also just, for my mental health, it's like I can't delve into those areas too much. Anyways, Michael Pollan is great because he makes these great books on food. He also gives really good talks that you can find on YouTube. So in the little sample of his book that I listened to, he was talking about how he gave up caffeine to write the story because he felt like that was a necessary part of being able to write the story. He didn't have the motivation to actually do the story. And let me tell you something, caffeine is the most effective motivator that I've ever experienced personally. When I had a daily vlog, go watch some of those and look how much coffee I was drinking. But I gave up caffeine completely. Like, I have almost no caffeine now. And I'm still pretty motivated most of the time. But the difference in like the laser focus and motivation and will to get things done is just night and day. And I've found that with consistent sleep, exercise, and food, I can get like 80% of the way there. Maybe even like 90% of the way there. But just caffeine, it's incredible. I don't know, maybe after I read this book, maybe I'll be convinced that caffeine's not so bad. But the withdrawal headaches that I get when I don't drink it, for those of you curious about what my current workout routine is, I start off every workout with roughly 1.25 to 1.4 miles, roughly 11 minutes. Then I do roughly 15 to 20 minutes of Ring Fit Adventure, and that's it. I found that 30 minutes of exercise is like exactly the sweet spot for me. When you get up to an hour, it's just, I feel like it's a little bit too much, at least at the intensity that I go at when I exercise, so. And I think the official like FDA recommendation or whatever is 20 minutes, and I think 20 minutes of intense exercise, plenty. The key is consistency though, and you need good food and good sleep to make that consistent. If you can't make it consistent, I feel like that's probably priority number one. First up, finally got one of these lightning to HDMI adapters. I'm really tired of bringing my consoles to my sister's house to play Minecraft. So now I got one of these. I can play on my iPhone, she can play on her iPad. And plus, these are just great to have like when you're traveling, when you want to watch a movie or something, you can just plug it up to the TV, use your phone. And the other thing, it is a big silicone placemat. And it's for right here, because I'm so tired of when I want to use my cutting board. It's covered with stuff and pans and everything. There, let's be done with it. Now I'm okay with putting stuff directly on the counter, but I can understand how it's a mental roadblock to just be like, oh, that's bare counter, I don't want to put anything on there, I'll put it on the cutting board instead. Anyways, you know what time it is. Good mythical morning, eating. Let's make sure that my new dongle actually works. All right, great. All right, not bad, not bad. My dream for computers is that eventually this is all you'll need, or even better, you won't need anything. And all you'll need is an interface and a monitor. Or maybe even not that, it could just project and you could use your hands or somehow. As technology improves, the need to have a big desktop computer will just become less and less. As these improve, and in fact, this is probably powerful enough already to do the things I want to do. It's just the interface and the usability is not quite there yet. If I had the ability to plug this up to this monitor and use a mouse and a keyboard, that'd be great, man. I wouldn't need an iPad, I wouldn't need a laptop, and I wouldn't need a desktop. Man, that is the dream. I bet you by 2030, I will be doing everything on a device this big, and it's gonna be glorious. Oh, or maybe not. Maybe video technology will keep improving that it'll never catch up, but Yo, so I still have this Long Island Retro patch and t-shirt, and I replied to the first people who wanted these, but they never responded. So I'm opening that up again. This time send me an email though. It's in my YouTube thing, you'll find it. First person to ask for it, obviously. Maybe just ask for one or the other. So, I'm happy to report that caffeine book is quite interesting. As usual, Michael Pollan, he hits all the details that I want him to hit and all the answers that I have questions to. I wish he had gone a little bit more in depth on when somebody's not drinking coffee and they go back to their baseline, how do they compare to somebody who does use caffeine? How are we gonna differ? Because today, for instance, I have abundant amounts of energy. And if I were drinking coffee, I don't really think that would improve things that much. So, I don't know, maybe coffee would just make you more consistent. Anyways, long story short, it's worth an Audible free trial to check it out. I'm gonna finish while I eat my dinner. Okay. I think that will do it for today's vlog. I think there should be one more day of daily vlogs at least. Maybe another. I don't know, we'll see. But thank you very much for watching. See you tomorrow. Okay, quick side note, those names are from the Patreon that I launched specifically for this channel like over a year ago, but I never advertised it and somehow people found it and they signed up. So I need to actually give them something back, so it's just gonna be credits. The reason I never advertised it before is because I don't wanna double dip. If you're already an Adventure Archives patron, do not sign up for this Patreon. But if you're not already on the Adventure Archives Patreon and you wanna get on this one, feel free. The only bonus I'm gonna have is putting you in the credits. So only do it if you just wanna see more vlogs. Although I can't guarantee there will be more vlogs. But anyways, it's there. That's what's going on. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. See you next time. But how does it compare to somebody like me who hasn't regularly drank coffee? But how does it compare to somebody like me who has... But how does it compare to somebody like me who hasn't regularly drink... You've got to be kidding. Okay, often drank. Frequently.